We're talking everything from The Boys, Season 5, Episode 7, The Frenchman, the female, and the man called Mother's Milk. Guys, the devil's biggest trick was convincing us that nuts were milk. All that and more on an all-new episode of Unbinged starting now. Welcome into Unbinged, the podcast where we break down the shows, movies, and news you love to binge. I'm Alfredo Brown, joined as always by Jagger, Matt Kopfhamer. We talk everything from this episode, but first, the spoiler warning.
We're about to spoil The Boys and some Gen V, actually. So,
who'd have thought? We're spoiling some Gen V with one episode left after this
to cancel it. They're like, you're canceled.
Literally, they canceled go. Annie canceled them.
It's just amazing, man. Guys, a lot happened in this episode, and I don't want to bury the lead, but I think I want to look at this in the most all-encompassing way possible with this episode. And Jag, I want to start this with you. Does it feel like we have one episode left, not only in this season, but in this entire series? Everything that we have been doing for 5 seasons now, there's one episode left to complete this story.
Did they say this last episode's going to be like a movie long? Or like, I know like Euphoria's is, because like no, the answer is no. And I will say I can see the end point now, because once Homelander got the V1, I'm like, how, what's the chess move? And then weaponizing Kimiko wasn't on my bingo card, which I just saw Colin Jost Subway take that's a terrible line, and he's correct. But I digress. I do think that the end is in sight, but it's going to feel a little bit rushed at this point unless they have a very action-packed, grandiose end. So I'm on the fence. I feel better than I did last episode, but I don't feel 100% like great that we're going to wrap it up and it's not going to feel a bit rushed.
I looked it up here. Finale will be 1 hour and 5 minutes. So
I don't
no supersized.
That was an hour and 10, dog. And that's like with Amazon's like CVS receipt credits, dude.
Cough, how'd you feel after this one?
It didn't feel like a penultimate episode. Like,
it feels like we maybe have like 2 or 3 left.
Right. That's what I'm saying is it feels like they've done a lot of setup, but we don't feel like we're at the end point yet. And so like them putting Kimiko through these uranium radiation tests to try to give her the power feels so last minute and so,
yes,
I guess desperate. I guess that's the right way. They are desperate and they're trying anything at this point. It just from an audience viewpoint standpoint, it just feels very rushed, and I'm worried that the end's gonna not hit satisfyingly, and we're gonna get that rushed feeling, and then it's just like, oh, and now it's end, and now it's done, and we're gonna look back and be like, oh, why did they spend 4 episodes looking for V1 instead of being a little bit more streamlined? So I worry that in retrospect, we're gonna be like, this was too much of a rushed last season, instead of feeling satisfied with what we're gonna get. Hopefully it makes sense in this last episode, but again, being this one episode left, I can't see how it's not going to be rushed.
Does it help that they acknowledge that that it is a Hail Mary? Like they actually said it multiple times, from Homelander, from Sage, from a couple characters, of like, really, that's your plan? All right, it's kind of crazy.
It helps, but at the same time, I wish they had mentioned it sooner. Like if they had mentioned it as a backup plan in an earlier episode, maybe that'd be better, but just throwing it against the wall this last minute just doesn't feel earned.
I needed the Chekhov's gun, like, because I will say I did like how they did Soldier Boy, how they took him off the board in a sense here, because I'm like, what's the fucking point of Soldier Boy here? Because I was like, he has the key to end Homelander in his own body, and they basically use him as a vehicle to go get V1 and to say, hey, we got another show coming for you. Remember that? But now at least using him as like, I think the start of the catalyst where Homelander is at this point where I think he's going to go off the deep end if he isn't already, where even becoming God, people aren't going to love him, man. 6 out of 30. He said he's God.
He's there
Yeah.
already.
He's there already. Yeah. Like there's nothing good. Nothing can make a person love you. It goes back to Aladdin. Genie said it. He's like, I can give you anything, but I can't make anyone love you or bring anyone back. That's like the only thing Robin
Finger
Williams couldn't
guns.
do. Yeah.
Finger guns.
Guys, we're going to talk more about obviously a very big spoiler, a very big death that happens here in this episode. First, I just want to remind everybody you have a bunch of ways you can enjoy this podcast Unbinged. First is here on YouTube. So if you're watching this video, take a second to like this video, hype this video, comment with your thoughts on the penultimate episode of The Boys down below. If you're listening on Apple or Spotify, you can also leave a comment there, and please leave a review. Those 5-star reviews help us so much. Over on Spotify, we are over 100 reviews. On Apple, we are making that journey as well, but that's what allows us to do more. You guys want more episodes, more content, more fun things that we can do? That's what lets us do it, is giving us those reviews. And I'd like to think we've earned them, guys. We got a bunch of content that we're doing, a lot more content coming your way. We've got The Boys, Your Friends and Neighbors, Widow's Bay, Euphoria is over for our premium subscribers. Coming soon, Cape Fear, House of the Dragon, Silo. There's so many great shows, and we're expanding beyond just recap content and watching shows and talking about it. We're going to be doing a little bit more for you guys, so make sure you are subscribed here for Unbinged. Kopf, before I went to that, it felt like you wanted to say something to kind of cap off the opening topic here.
Yeah, there was so like we're saying, next episode's gonna be the finale, and the path is how are we gonna defeat Homelander? And I always suspected there was gonna be Soldier Boy using his power. Now that they've introduced Kimiko getting it, I feel like that's still a red herring. And it's still going to be Soldier Boy. And I think we saw the key to it this episode, where Homelander, in his desperation for love, literally locks up Homelander in that the chamber thing in his bedroom again. And I think that's going to be the line too far for Soldier Boy, being like, I did this thing for you because Clara would want it, and you still turned against me. Fuck you. Power blast. And that's going to take out Homelander's power. So
I think he's just out of the show.
you think he's done forever?
I think he's just out of this show. Like, there's one episode left. Like, what's the...
But he's...
I'm not gonna lie.
Him still hanging
This
around.
is a corner 3 for me. Like if Kopf's gonna make one, I think this is a hot spot.
Like,
it
why
makes
keep
sense
him
to me.
around?
Yeah,
Because otherwise, you would just let Homelander let him fuck off to South America and literally snort and fuck his way through the Banana Republic, like he mentioned.
That
Keeping
sounds
him
awesome.
around, yes, it does. But
Well,
keeping him around, there has to be a reason for it. And so, if you're not going to utilize him, what's the point other than having this entire season being a promo for Vought Rising?
I would...
In which
well,
case
because
would
Vought
be so
Rising...
disappointing.
Well, Vault Rising's a prequel, so it doesn't matter. Anyways, I think for me, what this is more of a Homelander's not going to let anyone get their way, regardless of who it is, even when he reveres them. Like, you don't get to just go fuck off to whatever country you want, snort all the drugs you want, and have sex with all the women you want. Like, you don't just get to go to Disneyland here. You are either my Soldier Boy or you're nobody's Soldier Boy. And I think that's what it's meant to show, is like everyone is included in this. Be a believer or don't. He just simply can't kill Soldier Boy because of his now dad complex.
You know, fair. And if that is the case, I'll be a little disappointed because it feels a little toothless.
Well, I wanted to ask this question. You mentioned that would be toothless, right? Like, what ends up happening? What is the kind of finale for Soldier Boy? I don't care about the ending. We've already talked about that. Like, what could it be? Does he lose his powers? Blah, blah, blah. I think it's how it happens here, because more and more players are being taken off the board, right? If it's, for example, you say Soldier Boy could have been the one to give him, the chest blast, whatever, takes away his powers. If it's Kimiko, does it hit the same? Like, if it's not one of our main characters that we've had from like episode 1, or one of these like main characters, not that it can't be her, but I'm saying when we talk about what's going to have the biggest bite when we get to that finale, would it have been Soldier Boy, a guy that we've known for, let's say, 1 full season, maybe a season and a half at this point?
feels like longer than that. I'll give credit where it's due. That Soldier Boy
Jensen
is very...
Ackles fucking rules.
Yeah, like he
Yes.
feels part of the show. He's my one of my favorite parts of it, and I wouldn't care. And like, to me, it would be poetic. Like obviously, we want Butcher to do it, but I feel like they've put Butcher so far out there that he's no longer deserving to get the kill anymore. And I'd almost rather have the poetry of Homelander being defeated by Daddy's disappointment. You know,
It might be
Every
too on the
weak man's-
nose. I think I almost want it to be Huey. Which just, I know that feels so sappy for the boys. That's been our guy since day one.
that's
been
the
guy we've been rooting for since
cuckification
day
of
one.
America, Alfredo. What is this show?
It absolutely. It absolutely. I turned my cuck chair into a lounger. I'm reclining and I'm getting comfy, baby. Like that's
I still don't want to see Homelander dead. I don't think that's the right end for him. I think him living without powers is the best ending for us as an audience. See him get the Lord Ozai treatment.
that's maybe the better wording there is defeated, not dead. Because maybe Huey can't kill him, but him getting defeated, because like the whole thing here too with Soldier Boy, or excuse me, not Soldier Boy, with Homelander, is loyalty through fear is no longer enough for him. Like Homelander is, I think he's just too far gone. And the whole thing with Annie and with Mother's Milk that's happening on the side here, where he's like giving a shit in a world where no one gives a shit, isn't soft, right? Like it's not, she tries to say like you're naive, or that like, you know, having this idea of hope is naive. Has there not been a character that's embodied that more in this show than Huey the entire time? Like, if not, why do they keep harping on that? Like his endless hope, if that's not the thing that's going to carry through to the finale. It seems, maybe it's just the writing has gotten messy to the point where it was like, first it was Huey, now it's Mother's Milk. By the way, Stan Edgar's still locked up somewhere. And like, we've got a bunch of different characters where there's just like a lot of unresolved ropes that are not tying together here at the end.
We do have a Game of Thrones problem. It is slightly like we have a Game of Thrones problem. There's a lot happening, and it's hard to tie all that up.
And this episode really points it out too by bringing in the Jordan and Marie from Gen V and being like, oh, by the way, you remember these two? We're canceled. Did you spend 2 seasons getting to know them and loving them? Well, it doesn't matter. So shut up.
It genuinely felt like they were acting it out. They're like, well, we gave 1 year of our lives, and like, we don't care. And then fucking Billy's just like, oh, the JV team, you know, God.
The JV team.
I actually think
and I love that
Gen V fans, they deserve some outrage a little bit, man, because I expected them to do these characters a little bit more justice. Cause like I liked Gen V. I couldn't say I was a huge stan of it. And I do think that Gen V season 2 was better than The Boys season 4. And you just gave 2 people one scene to say, get fucked.
See, I think they either need to do all of it or none of it. Either you totally integrate Gen V into this and you make it part of the plot, and you make it so that, hey, listen, we are going to go full Marvel. You need to do your homework. You need to watch all of our shows to understand the story, or fucking don't. Because at this point, we have to care that Sage was in love with, I'm forgetting his name right now, Godolkin. Like, there's so many things from that show.
I forgot about that, actually.
There's
that
so
was
many
whole
things
thing.
from this show that we
right
have to
now.
hold on to. Like, it's a little bit much.
And it sucks that they built up Marie to be this powerhouse that's on a similar level to Homelander before V1, mind you. But then to have her just be reconnaissance, like her mission was to watch O-Father and make notes. That's their big plan for the Gen V kids. And it's like, come on. That's the most creative thing you could have done with this cast and the power set that they represented. Nothing. You didn't even show her power on screen in The Boys. Like, what the fuck? What's the point?
I feel like they're running low on budget, man. They got Starlight out here doing full-on fist fights. Full-on fist fights with Dognot until like the one little pew at the end. I don't think we're seeing as many.
Maybe
I'm
we're
so tired
saving
of
it
Starlight's
to the
power
end.
set. Maybe.
Well, that's your video game, dude. I don't. Normal people don't think about that shit. I just, like, I think that's you being a game. Like you said, power set for what?
Well, I'm just saying, like, it's so inconsistent though, from like fight to fight, scene to scene with her. Like some fights, her blast will like blind somebody. This one, like, it knocks him back slightly. Like, it's inconsistent, and
Well, she has to charge, dude. Like that's not a inconsistency. The big ones are because she sat there and fucking like Kamehameha charged for fucking
got a
15
spirit bomb,
minutes and
dude.
then popped one. Yeah, exactly. So
All right,
Maybe I'm
let's
just being
let's
a
not
hater.
get too off track
Let's move
into
on. Let's move on.
Starlight's power set.
yeah, I'm
Cough.
sorry.
Guys, the big death from this episode, Frenchie. I want to ask if this worked for you. If you felt
Yes.
like, okay, because I know like the verbiage used earlier was, is it earned? Jag, you say yes.
Yes, like this sucks as a character. Like as Jag the viewer, this was sad. I didn't want this at all for Frenchie. He had finally been like, "Hey man, I'm ready to just do normal shit and get a dog, whatever." And then he gets killed. But because I feel like that as a normal viewer, that's why it's good writing, because it's an emotional character, and we're at a point where they have a shit plan. And I will say this does land. That shit plan is risky, man. We're not even sure if that power even worked on Kimiko, and Frenchie died only because he distracted Homelander long enough. He got in his head. Like, let's put it this way. If he was trying to fight Homelander, he would have just been like, psst, and then kept searching around probably. But because he got in his head, he left. So this death was earned. It hit all the emotional points. And it does the thing that I often say with this show. It creates stakes. So.
And it tied together all of the scenes previously that we were kind of complaining on, that Kimiko and Frenchie's story felt stale and it wasn't going anywhere. This finally puts into context all of those scenes, and it gives it the emotional weight that this sacrifice that Frenchie made actually means something. And I was actually surprised that Homelander was almost gentle with Frenchie. And like you said, Jag, Frenchie got in his head, and we've seen before when people get in Homelander's head, like, he does not react in a gentle manner. He's usually very violent. And so the fact that I guess it didn't matter because Frenchie was dying anyway. He didn't have to. But to let Frenchie still live and crawl out of that room, I felt was a little surprising from a Homelander. And we've gotten a couple of those moments this season where he is almost merciful, like we saw last episode with the Legend, where he was surprised by the Legend giving him a moment of humanity, and is like, all right, get out of here, don't say anything, just move, just leave. And so it's been a weird season of seeing Homelander be both ruthless, like we saw with the president, where he just pops the president's head, but also then gentle with other characters. So it's been a weird dichotomy.
Well,
Sorry, go.
Well, I was gonna say the president was insignificant and was just a non-believer. Frenchie hit home. Like that's the thing. You got to punch Homelander mentally. Like, if you just disrespect him and say, "Well, I don't believe in you, that you're Jesus," and he doesn't respect you, then, you know.
It's crazy how much this show has desensitized us that we're like, that murder wasn't that bad.
It wasn't that murdery.
Yeah. Like, his guts weren't
You didn't make
hanging
him
from the
suffer.
rafters. So, yeah, pretty solid. But yeah, the way Frenchie gets in Homelander's head here, and I almost wonder if for Homelander in his head, it's like a sign of disrespect. That I didn't even like use powers to kill you. I just gave you like a quick little stab of something or what, like, because we didn't see it, right? Like, what if he just like stabbed him with a piece of metal and like that was it? And Frenchie just kind of took it.
He Viltrum hand sliced him right in the middle.
I want to see it. Do it. Do the roar.
You guys, how many times have you brought up the Viltrumite hand chop thing?
It's their go-to,
Several
man.
times.
It's their laser. Like, you know how Homelander spams the laser? For
Yeah.
them, they're just like...
It's so cool. It's such a cool
Homelander
move.
just fucking Austin Powers judo chopping Frenchie.
Yeah. Yeah.
I love that scene. I love the scene with Frenchie, and the second that he told Kimiko, I want it. I want 3 kids and a dog, and he's got the picture of the dog. Everything's already pulled up on his phone. I'm like, this dude's toast.
Oh, the Bernadoodle.
He's
a mutt just like us.
It's out, man. Like, it's game over. Like, he made the switch. He just talked about, it's like the equivalent of a horror movie, you know, like in Scream, where they say you never say that you'll be right back. You never in like this, you never make plans for a year from now.
It's a soldier saying
it.
like, yeah, it's a soldier. It's just like, oh, I keep this picture of my wife right here to protect me. I love you, Toots. And he puts the hat on and his head
Toots.
gets immediately blown off.
Jag, it's the anime thing where they give you the little like feel
Oh,
good moment and then they kill them off.
that too. That too. I will say they've been stringing that moment around with Frenchie. I'm
Mm-hmm.
like, it's not only that I've been saying this. I'm tired of Frenchie and Kimiko, so they made all of that matter. Does that make sense? Like because they
Absolutely.
killed him, they're like, hey, here's why we wasted so much time with this. Because I want to go back to a little bit, and I don't mean to hammer at this. If they don't nail this, what's the point of the supernatural team up episode? Half of that seems kind of like a waste, you know?
Well,
I think it was
that's
more of
because
just fan
Kripke's the
service.
showrunner.
That's what I'm talking about. But
Yeah.
like we're sacrificing good plot for fan service. Like I
100%.
feel, you know.
100%. I think what this whole season has been about is while we are having people ascend to God level, Homelander ascend to his God level. It's about humanizing as many of the characters as possible, potentially even Homelander. Um, and I think with Frenchie, the way this worked out was showing you don't have to have powers to be a hero. The way he saves Kimiko and Sage by just tapping on the wall, because he knows Homelander's going to search inside that vent because he sees it's zinc. He can't see inside it. Sage is there. That's the exact place they would hide. Frenchie has to do what he does.
No lie, when Frenchie did the tap and then Homelander does the zoom, I was like, holy shit. Like it caught me by surprise with how fast he moved. Like I
Yeah.
thought that was a very well done sound design because you don't see Homelander do the move, you just hear it and then he's there. And I was like, damn, okay, you forget how fast he is until they do something like that.
Mm-hmm.
The line that Frenchie had, I think, hit harder than I would have thought, which is telling Homelander you've never danced a day in your life.
It's because
What a
Homelander
fucking
has no
bar.
joy in his heart.
Like you've never lived. You've never truly lived. You don't even know what it's like to be a person, to have joy, to have real, just untethered emotion, not something transactional tied to power, just to be happy. And in a way, Frenchie kind of just learned how to do that as well with Kimiko. So it was one of those moments where even though this guy who doesn't have powers, he can sort of stand over Homelander emotionally and say, I am more powerful than you in this aspect, and you'll never have that.
It's like Harry
Let's-
Potter, the whole plot to that of
Oh,
what defeats Voldemort is like love and
great.
friendship
Love.
and all that shit, you know.
Just Care Bear stare
what's-
at him and just shoot a rainbow out of your chest.
But what's incredible about that is the fact that it's coming from Frenchie, who he himself had a horrendous childhood and had an abusive father, and he was able to overcome that and become a fulfilled person at this moment. Versus Homelander, who had a horrendous childhood, did not have a father. Now he has a father who's a shitbag, but was unable to overcome that and is still in that position of being a horrible person and never was able to get that growth moment. So I think it was very telling that it was Frenchie being the one to tell him that line.
Guys, what remaining points from this episode, or what remaining storylines, characters have you the most interested? Obviously, we can talk to death about Homelander, and you know, obviously the big death of Frenchie that happens here. What has you on the edge of your seat, sort of going forward?
Weirdly, it's not so much any particular plot line, but after Homelander's gone, what's the future of Vought in the country? Because of like all like they've done, and maybe I'm being a political nerd, they've done like irreparable economic damage. Like it
They
is
disbanded Congress.
yeah, like what, like the fact that we only get an hour, I would watch a whole hour aftercare episode of like what would happen, what is going to happen to the world.
What if it's a little like spoilers here for Alien Earth, where it's just like there are no more governments, it's just companies that control, like that own various countries. Like that'd be just fucking wild.
So everyone loses.
Technocratic.
Essentially, imagine it's just like the United States of Vought, and it's Stan Edgar in charge.
So something about this episode, right? With not the highlight, but the focus on all the psychics. We have a president who has a psychic tumor on the back of her head who supposedly isn't talking to her. But what happens when that person is fully in charge and there's no Homelander around? And you have
That's
psychics
what I'm
in
saying.
charge.
Yeah, like it reminds me of the Penguin too. It's just like, cool, you killed Carmine Falcone. What now? So,
Yep. Yeah.
you get
What,
an
now
even
that there's a
weirder
power
motherfucker.
vacuum?
Yeah.
Exactly. We need to see what happens if I still think a part of me wants to see Homelander succeed, and like they end the series with Homelander on top, and he gets what he wants, which is everyone dead because nobody really believes in him. There's a part of me that still wants that. But if not, if Homelander is truly defeated and they have a world with no soups or no deranged soup like Homelander in charge, what happens next? I'm with you, Jag. I need to see what happens afterwards.
What's the worst possible ending that you could have here? Because Eric Kripke has already said he is worried that people are going to judge the entirety of the show based on this finale. Now, a lot of that
Homelander
could just
winning.
be Homelander winning. So what Kopf just said would be the worst possible outcome for you.
Nope.
Yeah.
No. Worst ending would be Huey waking up and it was all a dream.
Or him
just lost
dying
everything.
because or Homelander giving up because like he realized no one loves him and he's just gonna like Viltrumite away like his little. I'm happy they kept that in the little movement.
His
when he
salmon pounce.
Yeah, he's just gonna dip out and then like live in exile because no one loves him. Like that just seems like a book series that I read where the main character defeats like this all-powerful god by just making him understand the pain that he inflicted on people, and he's like, wow, I suck, and then he just like yeets himself, like he just like ends his life. Like that's like terrible in my opinion. If it gets all ambiguous or something, or Homelander wins, I think we need an actual checkmate.
Yeah.
We need a definitive win.
You can't
Do you want to see
have
Butcher?
you can't have series blue balls. Like that would be so far away from the DNA of this show for them to be like, well, Homelander's been doing some soul searching, by the way, on this last episode. It just wouldn't work.
Off screen, by the way.
Fucking don't Last Jedi.
Do you think Butcher survives the finale?
I don't care.
Really?
That's where
think
I'm at with
no.
him. Like he can die or he doesn't. That won't piss me off as much as Homelander.
I think they're setting up the Tony Stark thing, where
He sacrificed himself.
Cap tells him like you're never the guy to make the sacrifice play and to help your team. That just happened now with the Joe Kessler, I guess whatever we want to call it, cameo here. It's that Butcher is going to preserve the mission even if it means that the rest of his team dies, and he does not care. I think that's something they're going to want to show, that it's a little bit different to save Huey, to save Mother's Milk, to save the people around him. He will, I think, have to die for it to be an effective storyline for Butcher.
Oh, I know how he gets it. He's gonna hold Homelander there
With his
and
Octodix?
with his Octodix, and
Yep.
then Kimiko's gonna get him, and
Yep.
then like I don't know what happens, but like maybe he doesn't hold up as much because like he's still bulletproof and shit, I'm pretty sure, and whatnot. But like regardless, Kimiko's gonna go full Last Airbender on Homelander, and she'll be like, I took away your bending. And that's going to be one way he goes out. So
I think that'd be perfect,
Ooh.
actually.
Ooh, Homelander gets depowered, put in prison, and only gets nut milk for his meals. There's his ending.
Is
No
that a
real milk.
euphemism?
I actually, no, like, oh, okay. I just got that.
Oh, no, not that kind of nut milk. Oh.
I mean, you
yeah, 'cause of
said
prison. Whoops. Double
Alfredo gets the
entendre.
mute button.
Didn't mean that
Rare
double
Alfredo
entendre.
mute.
Man, guys, this is there's a lot. Like there's a lot for us to process here. I will say you can kind of feel how they're tugging at the heartstrings, not just the obvious stuff with the Mother's Milk speech, with Starlight and the Gen V kids, with Frenchie. They're going back to like old cameos, old storylines. They're even. Did you guys pick up on the Spice Girls reference, by the way? in the
Yes.
speech here.
Yeah,
that
that's
it's
from
like it is.
season 1, right?
Yeah, it's from episode 1. Like it's right back to episode 1 of Where the Spice Girls. I think
They
they're
also did the
trying to.
reference. They brought back Huey as the canary in the coal mine reference
Yep.
from like season 2 or 3.
They're doing a lot of these things, but if I'm gonna be real, it just does feel like it's too little, too late. Like it's sort of just. I think that's why it's so difficult to talk about this episode because there's so many things that happened in it that it. I don't want to say it distracts from the story, but it just feels a little jammed in here.
I will say, to me, this felt like, I wish every episode felt like this episode. Like we wouldn't be having these complaints.
Yeah.
The only time I felt like, man, what are we doing here, was the whole mother's milk thing, which we all know that that's not why mother's milk was named mother's milk in the comic, and it's so, and I don't care about that, but like now I don't need the reasoning for mother's milk right now in this moment. Like you've had like a long time to tell me this. You know?
Yeah, it feels a little too late in the moment. Whereas if maybe at the beginning of the season it would have fit better. Like if he had given this speech to somebody in the camp, like in the internment camp, maybe it would have hit better.
Well, I think that's just a perfect example of like how they're doing too little, too late on certain things. Like the Joe Kessler thing with Butcher, I don't think it added much. Like I can see what they're trying to do, but we knew this was Butcher. Like you're
This is a
hammering a point
rehash.
we already knew.
Yeah. And maybe the point is that the villain underestimated Huey and Butcher's dynamic, but as an audience member, it just felt stale because we've gone through that same plot point like 3 times now. We know Butcher's a piece of shit. He's got a mission over everything. We've seen that time and time again. So it just felt a little lukewarm in the moment.
And it's just, and I don't even think it's me that believes this. I'm getting that, Alfredo, you even think that, and Koff, same for you, which is rare, that the emotional moments might be a little too thick right now because we just don't need some of those things. You know, we just don't need them. You've already established the run. Now let's throw the ball.
Yeah,
I
there
think.
you go.
Yeah, I think that's a great fucking analogy. That's great. Yeah, I think that they are really trying hard to manufacture emotion when it should be there. If you've done 5 seasons of a show, like we already know and love these characters. Like it shouldn't have to be that way. And I'm actually getting a little worried that as a character, the Deep's not going to matter here. Like coming into the end,
Definitely doesn't matter.
like
He
not
does
that
it, but in a fun way. Let's
Sure.
say that.
and I wonder if that's not just like a microcosm of the show in itself. Is like, oh, these are some good jokes. This is kind of funny. We're paying attention to it, and it really doesn't have the same kind of hit. Like, what could the Deep do in this final episode that's going to matter?
Die.
To matter,
Tremendously.
Yeah.
I honestly don't think he dies. I think he may get what he wants and end up as leader of the 7 after Homelander. If they go the route of Homelander dying or getting depowered, they may try to reestablish the 7, and the Deep may end up being the leader because he's the only one left from the original like crew, and people will just ignore that he was one of Homelander's lackeys. I don't know.
But I think my problem with
really
it is that
doesn't
you
feel
end up
like he's.
you end up having no real story with the Deep. Like what was he was, and maybe you don't need it. Maybe you just
That's
need
kind
the
of the
comedic
point of
relief
his character, though. His characters kind of have like his character has no point other than to be a. That's where I struggle, right? Because the Deep as a character should not be redeemed. I don't believe, and he's always been kind of a joke character. So when you get into that position, you don't really have much you can do with him other than to kill him off silly, or have him be an example of like sometimes shitty people win no matter what.
Then I would say maybe my preference is to clear him off the board. Like I think right now with what they're doing, they've, pardon the pun, they've watered him down a bit, where it's just like we're gonna keep stringing him into like small parts of the episode so you can kind of laugh at like here's Samuel L. Jackson the shark talking to him, and then here's Pop Pop drowning, and that's it. We'll see you next week on the next episode. You know, like it's kind of do something with him. Like clear him off the board then if that's the case.
I agree with you. I agree that they seem to be waffling on what to do with him as a character. Like he took out Black Noir, which seemed like it would have been important, but then it wasn't. So
Yeah. Boys, what's the confidence level? What's the confidence level right now? Because I think we're still enjoying this season. It's not a bad season, but I think there are some complaints that have merit heading into this finale. So confidence level going into the finale that they can actually land the plane here.
A soft 6. Shout out to Koff.
Goddamn. Soft 6 is crazy. Wouldn't we all?
I don't know if I can give a numerical confidence level. I definitely think they'll land the plane, but I think it's gonna be a little bumpy on the way down.
All right, good enough.
There's gonna be turbulence. Let's put it that way. There's gonna
Koff's
be
just
turbulence.
like, Jack's like, I'm gonna give a number. Koff's like, I'm gonna give an analogy.
No, you give a color, Alfredo.
Yeah,
You have a sensation.
color and shape.
Oh no, give it
feeling
like
I'm
from
feeling
Project
very
Hail
gray.
Mary. It's a rough surface, medium surface.
Yeah, I think both of you guys are right, but I think I'm more worried because of the way Eric Kripke's talking about the finale. I'd almost rather him just stop talking, just let it happen. Either we're gonna love it or we're gonna hate it. But like doing the preemptive thing, I'm worried you guys are gonna hate it. Cut it out. Like we live in this culture now where everyone gets so ingrained into the movies and TV, and that's why we have a podcast. Great for us. But we don't know how to just accept things and just live in that moment. Like we're breaking down details of trailers now to the point where if the showrunner comes out and says, you guys might not like the finale, is that more of just like him trying to talk and hype it up and be like, well, now I have to watch the finale to see if I don't like it? Or is this him setting expectations?
I think he's trying to manage expectations. Like, it's not going to be that good. And then if it blows everyone's mind, he's like, hey, I'm glad you liked it. I'm glad you don't hate me.
Do you imagine if like that's what you did? Like, hey, babe, I know you're excited for your birthday this year. Let's just manage expectations. You might not be that happy.
You're gonna get a mediocre wienering. Yeah.
Okay, well, what the fuck?
Well, what, man?
Koff gets the mute.
What the fuck? Dude? It was written by the Taylor Sheridan AI.
No, what does Roy tell Pam in the fucking Valentine's Day episode?
Oh,
I don't know.
Wait till we get home and you're gonna have the best sex of your life.
There you go.
After
There
he
it
hasn't
is.
given her anything all day.
Yep.
Well, boys, I think that's gonna cover everything here. Is there anything else that we missed from this episode that we need to jump into?
We don't need to cover it, but the whole dog knot she line sniffing each other thing was
Bro,
why?
like that's the kind of shit.
Why
that
do we
I
need that?
Yeah, thank you. That's the kind of shit I fucking hate. Like, she line
went too
death
long.
didn't mean anything to me. Dog knot, like none. I don't know, man.
Dog Knot was the Gen V character I wanted to see most. So
I guess, yeah. I guess.
She line being able to lick herself like that was not on my bingo card for this episode, but
Koff, you got to retire
There
the
it
bingo
was.
card thing, man. You've said it like 3 times in the last hour.
he's trying to
I
hit
will
bingo.
not.
He's got 2 more.
yeah, exactly. Come on, man. Free prizes.
One more.
I got that free square right in the middle.
Fucking guy. Yeah. Oh, you know what? Let's talk about O Father a little bit here. Because I'm curious as to like where they're going with it. It feels very right? Like
I do like David Diggs. I will say his whole
His
thing.
portrayal, great.
I don't think anyone's doing
Character.
a bad job acting.
No,
I think
they're all
everyone
acting
is
the
doing a
shit out
great
of
job
roles.
acting. I think that this character, I kind of come back to the question of like, he's been such a staunch believer, and now is finally where you see that even the staunchest believers of Homelander are questioning things. You've got the Deep, you've got O Father, who's like, I can convert them. And Homelander's like, nah, just kill him. Which really now renders O Father powerless. Like, he has no purpose except to be sort of Homelander's executive assistant at this point.
What's the point of having all these psychics if you're not going to use them to manipulate the people? like I get reading their minds to see if they're true believers or not, but that seems like a waste
That would
of
have
their
been a great
potential.
move by Oh Father.
That's what I'm saying. That's where I thought
That's
it
a
was
great
going
move.
when they introduced all these different psychics. It's like, okay, they're gonna show him the thing, showing Homelander as God. You're gonna see, okay, these are the people that actually believe it. Cool, you go. The people that don't, now you're gonna get brainwashed into being true believers. And instead, they go the route of like, nope, we're just gonna kill the non-believers. And
Which I don't know if you mean this literally. Like, do you mean like literally? I'm gonna like brainwash you,
yeah, like
or
a
do you
Professor
mean?
X
Professor
kind
X
of
thing,
thing.
yeah.
Yeah,
Oh,
what's
I
the
don't know
point
if
of
they
having
can
all
do
these
that.
psychics?
I don't know if they can do that though.
Kate
Oh, good.
can
We're
if
talking
she
power
touches
sets
you.
again.
That's fair. Actually, yeah, that's fair. I guess that makes sense. Because I was gonna say, why don't you just manipulate them to be like,
Yeah.
well, Homelander knows that you jerk off to weird
Starlight
big
porn.
weird anime hentai starlight porn. Like Homelander knows he's watching you, and be like, oh my god, maybe he
sees
is
all.
God. I am jerking off to like some starlight hentai. So.
That's how Christian private school does it.
Oh,
They
boy.
let you know. You know, it's actually craziest. They actually tell you, not just that God can see you, but that all your relatives in heaven can see you when you do it too. They're
Don't
like,
like
Granny's
that.
looking down at you, and I'm like,
How's
Granny's
my
a pervert
form?
then.
This one's for you, Granny.
Abuelita, look away.
Abuelita's upset you're jerking off to a white woman.
Or maybe that is the point though, is that Homelander doesn't think beyond the surface plan. And so for him,
Of course he doesn't.
having all the psychics there is just read their mind, tell me who believes and who doesn't, and he doesn't think beyond that. It just feels like a waste of potential, especially if you're gonna introduce a storyline featuring psychics.
I think this is the same thing that Kripke did with Supernatural, where if you look back at Supernatural, it had a ridiculous run of like 13 seasons, 12 seasons, something like that.
A
Like
Like
million.
19.
maybe
It was like
15 or
19
18,
seasons.
something crazy. But when you go and you look at the ratings, the final 3 seasons, the ratings in the episodes just started to drop.
Kripke
because-
was only there for the first 5.
Okay, never mind. Fair point. But you know what was, I mean, even then what started to happen is that show, Supernatural, started to go into, we're going to start to open a lot of doors of heaven, hell, demons, angels, everything, which I know it was always there since episode 1, so Supernatural fans don't fucking crucify me here. But I think that's something that this show does well, but also bad, is they open up a lot of doors and they make you ask a lot of questions, but they don't necessarily give you answers. And I think for us, the more and more we are watching shows, the more and more we are asking, what's the payoff with these things? And sometimes we just kind of have to be comfortable saying there isn't a payoff. But I don't know if that's just settling for mediocre TV at that point, mediocre storytelling.
We're at a point where everything feels like network television now because everyone is trying to put out more because of algorithms. They need to put out more. They need more watch time. So we are going to be putting in 5 seasons into a show. If I don't get the payoff, man, I could have been watching 5 seasons of this other show that everyone else fucking loves that did have a payoff. Like I still haven't watched Fleabag. I don't have time. So if I don't get that payoff now, I think it is cheap. Whereas back in the day, we just didn't have a whole lot of television. So if you go back and watch certain things, it doesn't feel as astounding. And even the finales don't feel as huge and grandiose because they didn't have a lot of options, so they were appreciated more. And I think that's a lot of our problem now. That's both an us thing and a they made us this way thing, in my opinion.
I blame the Taylor Sheridan AI bot.
Blame society. That's what I'm doing. I'm blaming society.
When all else
But
fails.
you live in a society, Jag.
That's what the Joker tells me.
Well, boys, I think that's going to be a wrap for the boys. I got a question. I know we always talk about like the shows we're watching for Unbinged. Anything else you guys are watching that's like you're just really enjoying, but we can't talk about it here on Unbinged?
Devil May Cry. I'm not really enjoying it, but it's like,
I'm watching it. I'm not.
yeah, I'm
liking
watching it.
it.
It's okay. It's just like it's super duper okay. I'm catching up on My Hero Academia, which is anime. I'm watching a lot of anime right now.
Yeah,
I'm
I
watching
can.
a lot of anime.
I can feel that on you right now. Watching a lot of anime.
I'm not watching anything show wise particularly. I'm planning to go see Mortal Kombat. Gonna go see Mortal Kombat 2 this weekend.
Okay.
Oh,
excited for
Hokum
that.
and Obsession. I'm
very-
watching Obsession. I'm probably gonna try to watch Hokum too. So
Yeah, I want to see Obsession. I want to see Mortal Kombat. I didn't get to see Send Help last night. I'm gonna watch that soon. You said it's
Send
not.
Help is fun.
Okay. Well, this is interesting because Jag said
it's not as bad as Scott says, and it
Okay.
is a ripoff. Like he
Okay.
is right. It's like a fucking ripoff, 100%.
If I don't know what the ripoff is, then it won't affect me.
I don't even think you would care.
Yeah, that's fair. I want to give it. I've been watching Shorzy lately. That show is fucking hilarious. If have you either of you guys seen Shorzy before?
No, but if it's funnier than Letterkenny, I might try it. I watched a lot of Letterkenny. I've never finished Letterkenny because I get tired of it.
It works. At first, I started watching. I was like, I don't know.
Give
if
your
it's gonna be
balls
it.
a tug there.
Yeah. So, yeah. So
I'm not gonna lie. Started Letterkenny in the Canadianism. I couldn't get past some of the.
you're such a fucking patriot, man.
It's not that. I'm not from the north, so a lot
Matt
of the references I
Kopfhamer
didn't
hates
understand.
foreigners.
These colors
That
don't run.
is entirely not true. But maybe the ones from up north. Yeah.
Koff's about to go watch Landman.
Ew. I'm not Evil Archer. Gross.
All right. I think we got everything here today. As always, I want to thank everybody for watching or listening all the way through. We will be back again next week for the finale. Until then, see you next time. Adios.
Can you guys hear my dogs in the background? They're both snoring loud as fuck, and I can't tell if you guys can
No.
hear. All right, cool.
No. Honestly, we can almost never hear anything that they are doing, but we always see you going.
Because they're freaking the fuck out.
Yeah. And like usually like their barks aren't like terrible.
Yeah. And even if they do, it's like, it's not hidden that we are in our homes.
Right.
We're just, simple men of the people. We'll shun the non-believers
We weren't
that don't
handed-
love Unbinged for exactly who we are.
We weren't handed the crown of thorns by Jesus ourselves to be the next savior of the world.
Remove Jesus cables.
Is he Jesus' brother? This fucking world building is shit.
I have fought racist is it like racist
good.
like legals enough. I've carried it as far as I could go. It's like, okay, dude.
All right. Let's do a show thing.
Was I not muted?
You
I do that to
my-
Sam all the time. Like before she talks, I try to cough.
He did the cough that my dad does. Where he goes, "Ha!" And everyone's like, "Are you okay?" Like they go, "Bless you," and he's like, "I didn't sneeze." Or like, then it's weirder.
I just cleared my throat.
That's such a weird sound.
'Cause he tries to do like the thing where it's like you don't want to keep clearing your throat over and over with a lot of coughs, so you try to just do it in one fell swoop, and it's so much worse.
It is, I think.
Just like it sounds like you came. It's just
I gotta quit drinking coffee because like I spray that shit everywhere and it's brown and stains.
easy. You don't want to spray the brown.
Don't want to spray the brown. There's a cold.
Man.
There's the after credits right there.
Oh yeah. That's all right. Let's do it.